Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and I like to make things. Today is a very exciting day because I am going to my local guild for the first time. I am running behind. I was supposed to leave 20 minutes ago because it is also my granddad's birthday today, so I said that I would go to the guild for a couple of hours and then drive back to celebrate with everybody and to gift him the hat that I made him. I lost my tweezers. I literally was using them 5 minutes ago. I have no idea where I've put them, and I cannot see them in my makeup bag. It is a little bit of a drive away from me. I do have to drive an hour on a bad day, I think, to get there, which is fine. I don't mind doing that at all. But it does mean on a day like today, where I don't really have time to spare, I probably could have been on time. This is not like me at all. I am on time to literally everything, if not early. Oh my god, I hate this stuff so much. No, I don't hate the product, but I hate the packaging. It's the L'Oreal setting spray. It just on your face, and sometimes the spray doesn't even work. Actually, whilst you're here, if there are any makeup girlies watching this video, I use the Benefit 24-hour brow setter, but I don't really like it. I just wish that it would actually glue my brow hairs in place, because they kind of just get a bit crispy instead. Is there a better product? I have heard that the NYX brow glue is really good. That is it. Makeup done. Ready for the day. I am of the opinion that I have placebo makeup where it doesn't really do anything to change my features or anything like that, but I still put it on anyway. Now that tour de fleece is over, we are moving to more generalized vlogs, if that is okay with you. We'll keep you updated on things that I think you might find interesting. And obviously, most importantly, with my crafting, and yesterday I made a very exciting purchase. I am now the proud owner of the Poppy Vest pattern, and soon to be the proud owner of the Poppy Vest yarn. And I have ordered the exact yarn that it recommends as well. Jameson, I always get the brand name confused. Let me find it for you. It is the Jamesons of Shetland Spindrift. I have ordered 18 balls of yarn. With shipping, it came to £82.19. The pattern cost me about £7 and change. I did decide to commit to it now because obviously if you watched my Tour de Fleece Week 2 video, I was telling you about how I quit my job in preparation for hopefully getting an apprenticeship. I haven't heard anything back yet. The application closes tomorrow on Sunday. But if I wait and I am unemployed, then I can't afford it. Whereas now I can afford it. So I've decided to purchase it now. And I think next month I'm going to get the poppy yarn that I spoke about in the Tour de Fleece Week 3 video if you want to go and watch those. So I am really, really excited to receive those. And the deal that I made with myself is that I have to finish a product to start a project. So for example, I finished the hat that I was making because I'm giving that to my granddad today for his birthday. And now I can cast on the sunny tee. And yesterday I was really good and I knit the gauge swatch. This is my gauge swatch here for the sunny tee. I think, ow, oh, I forgot all the needles are poking through. I'm pretty sure that I'm on gauge. I haven't measured it yet. Shall we measure it now? I don't have time to measure it now. I'm gonna be sensible. We'll do this tonight. But yes, as I was saying, because I did finish the poppy tee. No, because I finished the hat. Now I can cast on, oh my god, the sunny tee. And when I finally finish my willows, will I pronounce the word properly? Probably not. When I finish the willows shawl, I can cast on the poppy tee. And I am so excited to cast this on. I also, whilst we're on the subject, I do have a sock update as well. I have been knitting the basic ribbed sock. The way that the needles make this funny, I'll show you this side. The leg and the heel are complete. And now I'm starting on the foot portion here. This pattern that I'm using is technically a free pattern. It's from a book, and the link on the Ravelry takes you to a download of a picture of the page, but it only is a picture of the first page of the pattern. So it tells you how to do the cuff and the leg and the heel and not the foot. So I'm flat freestyling the foot. I'm just doing stockinette on the sole of my foot, and I'm continuing the rib pattern over the top because I don't know if I might be bothered by the rib on the inside, on the bottom of my foot, and it's not really a risk that I'm willing to take either. But I've had so much fun knitting this, and this is the project that I'm going to take to the guild, even though it is a spinners, weavers and dyers technically. I don't want to commit to taking a spinning wheel today because I'm only there for a short amount of time, and I would just like to kind of get the vibe, see what it's like before I bring everything with me. And apparently they have a table where people will bring stuff to sell, and I like to spend money, so we'll see. Okay, what do I need to do now? I need my shorties set just in case. That is all from my sunny tee, which I don't need because I'm not going to cast that on just yet. And I'm going to take my big needle case. I'm just also going to pin this stitch marker onto the sock because if I get to the toe, no, I won't need this for the toe. I actually don't think I'm going to need that. I'm going to take it anyway just in case. Yes, I'm going to take my Mood Stockholm needle case just in case, and the bag that I'm going to use is the project bag that I sewed. Oh my god, I don't know why I can never speak. Like, net bag so that it doesn't get all funky, because for some reason my cakes always the bum end always comes out, so I had the yarn side, which is fine, and the bottom just, and I don't know how to stop that. Okay, and then that can go in there. tie that up, and there's my bag packed, ready to go. Right, I am just gonna go on and go because I'm wasting so much time right now. I will probably not speak to you again until tonight, but yes, I will see you again tonight. It is Sunday, and I have some things to talk to you about. Firstly, because I am going to be knitting during this conversation, let's update you on my sock. This is my basic ribbed sock. This is where we're at so far. I have maybe 10 more rows until it's time to knit the toe. It is so it's a 1x1 ribbed cuff, and then it goes into a 3x1 ribbed pattern. I am flying through this, by the way. I think this has taken me like I'm gonna say 3 days, and that probably sounds like a long time for you, but considering how busy I've been the last 3 days, this is mental. So let's see, what do I want to talk to you about? Let's update you on my trip to the guild yesterday. I had the best time ever yesterday. I think I really surprised myself by how much I did enjoy it. I was only there for an hour because for some reason I was so behind in the morning that I wanted to be there for 2 hours, and I did lose the first hour, unfortunately, but I still had so much fun regardless. There is a lot of women there. Like, I don't think I was expecting it to be as busy as it was. So that was quite overwhelming because I was a bit like, am I just going to be left to like figure this out myself? And I wasn't. I asked for the lady that I spoke to over email, and she came over and she gave me a tour, and it was a really good tour as well. Like, she actually spoke to me about everything instead of just being like, that's the for sale table, that's the show and tell table. Like, she actually took the time, which I really, really appreciated. The sale table is crazy, by the way. I also wasn't expecting that to be as full as it was. There was some yarn. They had some equipment stuff, like some needles and some, they're not weaving shuttles, they're not like the boat shuttles, but they're like the stick version. They had a lot of those, which was very good to know. There was quite a lot of dyed fibres, but it was not very soft, so I didn't pick any of those up, unfortunately. Apparently in the last session they had a load of fleeces, and I'm so upset that I missed that. So hopefully they get brought back at some point. There was a basket full of the most beautiful rolags that you've ever seen. I bought 2 packs. They are in plastic, so these are going to crinkle, and I'm sorry. I bought this colour here, these like green and yellow and purple rolags. This is their forget-me-nots. It is a blend of Corriedale tussar silk, dyed mulberry silk, bio nylon and bamboo. And then I also got the purple Mad About mauve. It's not mauve, is it? No, I'm not sure. I got these purple ones as well. I almost got 2 packs of the green until I saw this. And these are merino, Corriedale, bamboo, bio nylon and alpaca, and they are both 50 grams. And these actually came at the perfect time, because the other day I also ordered myself a Turkish drop spindle, and I am going to make a video learning how to use a Turkish drop spindle using my gorgeous new Rolags. How exciting is that? I've used a drop spindle between 5 and 10 times. and that was what got me hooked on spinning, and I knew after so few times that I was going to love it, and I immediately invested in a treadle wheel. So I thought it would be really cool to revisit that and to experience that with you guys. So in 2 sessions time, I think, my guild is having a competition. It is 25 gram skeins of fleece. Let me get the thing. It is 25 gram skein of wool prepared and spun by hand from the fleece, and or a 25 gram skein of yarn spun from any commercially prepared fibre. Does this count as commercially prepared fibre? I think so. So I think that I might try and make a couple tiny 25 gram skeins, and if they qualify, I might enter them into the competition. Because when I went yesterday, they had somebody in to judge their hand-dyed competition, so that was really cool. And it's not even just like like you win, well done, like you can brag that you got first place kind of thing. Like, she actually got a trophy and a cash prize. That's mental. So yes, that's October is the skein competition, so I might take part in that. I think that could be really, really fun. Even if I don't win anything, just to be involved in something is really exciting. So I loved it. Oh yes, they also had a show and tell table. And then during it's like pre-lunch break, they have like announcements and things like that, and when they announce the winners of the competition and the show and tell table, so each person that brought something in had to stand up and talk about it in front of everyone. You do also have the option to write down the information, and for somebody who's a bit braver to read it out for you. So who knows, maybe I might give something in to show and tell at some point. And then obviously the competition table. I really loved it. The lady that showed me around, she took me to the group that was sat outside in the shade, because there was another lady who was the newest member. I think yesterday was her second or third time visiting or being there. So she paired me up with her, which was really nice. And all of the ladies that I spoke to were so lovely. I was definitely the youngest person there. I don't even think that it was close either. Oh, that was another thing. When she was showing me and explaining to me the for sale table, there was a lady that came sprinting over to me to ask if I had any experience with spinning. Which I said that I did, and I said I only took my knitting with me, and next time I'm going to take my wheel. Anyway, besides the point, she had been gifted a wheel by somebody, and she was asked to give it to a young person who joins the guild who did not have any experience in spinning, so to like welcome them into the craft. Obviously I said I already had 2 wheels, so don't give it to me, save it for the next person. But I just thought that was so amazing and so generous. And then there also is a library table. I keep forgetting. This is so disjointed, I'm sorry. I did borrow a book from the library, and I got the Fleece and Fibre Source book. I've been wanting to buy this book for so long, but I thought that this was perfect for me to kind of try it out before I commit to buying it. I paid £1 and I have this book now for 2 months. So I can learn a little bit about the different fleeces. And I think what I will do... So one thing I noticed in this book is that they only show the yarns as a 2-ply. Nothing is 3-plied. What was curious. I don't know if they discuss that. in this book as to why they made that decision, or if it just goes straight in. So they have a preface. I'm just going to skim and see if I can find the number 2 anywhere. No, it doesn't mention why they make that decision as far as I'm aware. So I now have this book for 2 months, which is amazing. Obviously, they do have a whole bunch of equipment that you can borrow as well, which you have to request that in advance, and then they'll bring that specifically for you. So, as I was saying, I went and joined the ladies outside, and it was so nice. I was a little bit nervous that they might not, be interested. I know that we spoke about this in the first video. Everybody commented basically saying, "Shut up, you're stupid." And yeah, Lauren, shut up, I was stupid. That wasn't the case at all. You can tell when somebody is a little bit shyer instead of they just aren't interested in talking to you. So I made sure that I was engaging conversation or instigating conversation, opening conversation, and asking them questions, as well as obviously they were asking me questions too to get to know me a little better. I will 100% be going back. I think I paid £10 for my partial membership for the rest of the year, and I'm pretty sure in January it's £30 for the whole year. I will be going for the rest of the year, 1,000,000%. And next month I'm going to be taking my Kiwi, and I'm going to stay there from beginning to end, and I'm just going to spin with all the other ladies. I'm pretty sure there's a cake sale next time to raise some money for charity, so I might bake some cakes to take. Who knows? There is a very good chance that I will forget, but if I remember, I'm going to bake some cakes to take. Because I think that would be really sweet. I was a little bit sad that I did have to leave as early as I did, but obviously it was my granddad's birthday yesterday, and I gave him the hat and he loved it. It was fantastic. So that was really good. Oh, also, because I'm not doing a traditional end of the month wrap up, I'm kind of combining it into this video. I blocked my porcelain socks, and it's got a bit of fluff. They are now ready to wear. They are so soft. I am so pleased with these. Obviously, I still have a ton of ends to weave in, as I do with 2 more pairs of socks behind you. Tomorrow maybe we'll go through them and weave in all of the ends and then I can actually wear them. But I'm so pleased with how these turned out. They are so nice. And I also knit up my first gauge swatch. I did. I knit my first swatch for, let me just make sure this was the right way around. Pretty sure that's up. I knit my swatch for the Sunny Tea. I knit this on 3.5mm needles using 1 strand of the Knitting for Olive cotton merino, which is finer than it recommends. This has been blocked. I have not measured it. We're going to measure it now. It has to be 24 stitches in 10 centimeters, and I am half a centimeter out. I'm about 1 row out. Let me see what it is down here. That's nearly a full centimeter in the middle, which is interesting. Yeah, so I'm about a centimeter out. I don't know now what I do to fix that. It does recommend to switch to a smaller needle. So what I might do is switch to a 3.25 and re-knit my gauge that way. I was wondering if I should switch to a smaller needle size anyway, because I am using a fingering weight, not a sport weight, and you can see that there's a lot of light passing through, and this, yeah, the stitches are like quite gappy. So I wonder if a 3.25 will save that. I might also look up alternative patterns for fingering weight yarn. I don't know why I didn't think that I was buying, it's a sport weight pattern, and I'm using fingering weight yarn. Now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna figure this stuff out, and I will come back to you once I've made a decision. It is Monday and I spent the entire day yesterday knitting. That was the only thing that I did, and I've made some amazing progress. Obviously, I was telling you about my gauge swatch for the Sunny Tea. I did not make gauge. I genuinely have no idea what was going through my mind when I chose a fingering weight yarn over a sport weight yarn. I obviously wasn't paying attention, so I had to make a decision, and I've chosen something completely different. I have chosen to try, this was the closest match that I could find, I've chosen to try the Maxi Tea, and I have just blocked my swatch. So this is already looking like a much nicer fabric. This is it is 30 stitches by 40 rows on 2.7mm needles, 2.75, sorry, and I already love the fabric. Obviously this is not 40 rows, this is 20 rows. I undid my previous swatch and just reused that yarn. And because it is a difference in stitches, I wasn't sure if my previous swatch would be enough yarn. So instead of not having enough to complete the full swatch, I did half a swatch. So it's 40 rows. No, it's 30 stitches across by 20 rows. So if this is 10 centimeters and this is 5, then I know that I'm fine. I'm less concerned about row gauge because apart from obviously the yoke portion, the body, you just make it as long as you want it. So as long as it is good enough for to make the yoke without the yoke being shrunk up, if you understand, then this could be okay. It is looking like it wants to be decent weather today, so I think I'm going to stick this outside and I'll know by this afternoon if this works. So this is really exciting. Obviously, it's a shame about the Sunny Tea. I'm just going to have to find a more appropriate yarn for it and not be silly. I am, as we've discussed, I am due to start the Poppy Fest this week during my holiday. I have been powering through my willow shawl to get this done. I completed basically this whole like green and brown section. I think that I had already started or finished this brown eyelet section, but I've completed this whole portion otherwise, and I'm so pleased. That is that whole section complete. I think that I could get this done by today, which would be amazing because my poppy yarn should be arriving tomorrow. It was like £1 difference between 48-hour and 24-hour delivery, so I just paid the extra £1. So then tomorrow I can immediately get on and knit the gauge, and then hopefully on Wednesday I can cast on. I'm not going to go into mega detail because I do have a project vlog for this as well, but loving it, still love it. This is today's problem. And then the last thing that I was working on yesterday is my ribbed sock. I am starting the toe. I will also get this finished and get the second sock casted on today, 100%. I have just started my decreases for the toe portion, and this will be done like an hour is generous, really. And then my first sock is done. I have really, really, really enjoyed this sock. I love the yarn. The red bits actually are so small that they don't really offend me. There's a couple of red bits on the top of the foot, and like that's kind of it. I'm really pleased with these. I tried it on yesterday and it fits perfectly. So, feeling so pleased with these two. It has been brilliant. I had an amazing day just knitting and not having to worry about anything. It was great. So much fun. Oh, I also managed to get a skein of pixie yarn sock yarn on Vinted, which should be here in a couple of days, and I'm really excited about that. Which does also remind me, I should be going to... Where did I put that leaflet? Next month, there is, in Newbury, there's the Southern Wool Show. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go. I had a look through all the vendors, and I know of or love pretty much every single person that's going to be there. Can I afford to go to a yarn show so soon? No. Am I going to do it anyway? 100%. So so far, I'm planning on being there. And I might do some filming if I'm feeling brave. Who knows? So I'm going to go and finish my sock and get started on my shawl. We're going to have a little interview with Joe. Have a little interview? We're going to interview you.
Who's we?
We being me.
Okay.
My microphone is 2.75 millimeter DPNs. Firstly, what is your name?
My name is Joe.
What are your knitting credentials?
I have none.
None?
I know some things, and
Okay, top 3 things that you know.
I know sport weight, DK weight, and worsted weight. I also know...
What do those terms mean?
What do they mean?
Yeah.
It's just the thickness of the yarn.
What else do you know?
I know the process of making, like, I know from sheep to yarn.
Okay.
So you shear the sheep, and then you wash the yarn, or the fleece, and then you break it apart, and you either comb it or card it, and then you spin it, but you don't spin it and then automatically do it. You spin it, then ply it, and then you knit it.
Hell yeah! I'm impressed. Okay, I just wanted to see what you knew of immediately, what you would say that you knew.
Knit one per one.
And what does that create?
Stitches.
Specifically?
I don't know.
Ribbing. Okay, number 1. What is your favourite thing that I've ever knit?
The white porcelain socks.
Really? That's your favourite thing?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm almost disappointed.
Why?
Because that's like the most boring thing that I've knit.
But it's the thing that I want the most.
And then when I said to you...
And then the second thing is the thing you made your mum. And then you gave it to her, but then you had to alter it.
The cardigan that I completely I disassembled.
Yeah.
And now I use a scrap yarn.
Yeah. And then you have one jumper, but I can't remember what colour it is.
What does it look like?
A jumper.
Bitch. If I could make you anything, what would you choose?
If you could make me anything?
Yeah.
I think I would like for you to make me a jumper. If you were to make me a jumper now, it would cost so much money because of how big I am. And I think when I get to the point where you can make me a jumper and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg, that would not only be a good thing for me, but also, like,
It would mean a lot.
I think, and I think I can style it nicely as well.
So
in the winter time.
I made a deal with Joe that if he reaches his, or when he reaches his goal weight, I want him any jumper that he wants. So the journey has begun.
The journey has begun. It's gone terribly. I put on 2
Rocky
pounds
start,
this week.
rocky start, but it
it's 'cause I'm
happened.
so- Wham.
Oh, okay.
Look at these.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
What did you think about my knitting when we first got together?
So for me, I think that I couldn't be with someone who doesn't have a hobby. What's the point otherwise? Like, there's nothing to excite you. And when things excite me, Lauren gets excited. And when things excite Lauren, I get excited. So,
That's cute.
no, but that is just what it is. That's true, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
I like anime. Loads of people think that's weird. I like football.
Like multifaceted.
What do you mean?
Is that the term? When you like so many varied things that you can't really be pinned down
Yeah.
as like one specific.
That's the thing. Like, we have hobbies that cross over, but like we meet at gaming and like TV and that, but then it crosses over because I like so many different things than Lauren does, but we still like the same things.
Yeah.
There's probably other hobbies that you could have that I would have maybe turned my nose at.
And finally, if you had to learn a fibre craft, which one would you pick?
I actually think it would be sewing or spinning.
Really?
Because look at these hands. These are not knitting hands.
They're not sock knitting hands, that's for sure.
And look at this one, even though they're the same.
They're the
But
same.
look at this one, right? This is not cross-stitching hands.
Oh.
And I'm also like really clumsy, so if I could spin something, do you know what would be ideal for me? If I could spin something, spin it and ply it, and then give it to Lauren to like make a pattern, and then she makes that thing. I feel like sewing and that is a lot less time consuming than
Yes,
the knitting
it
is.
definitely can be. 100%, yeah.
So
You
I
can
feel
complete
like
a project in as little as an hour,
Yeah.
whereas you just can't do that with knitting.
yeah, and I feel like it's just so good, like making alterations and stuff like that is really cool. So I think that's what I would do.
Anyway, thank you very much
It's okay.
for letting me quiz you today.
That's okay.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah,
Would you come back?
yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Bye!
I finished it. I finished the shawl last night, and I'm so happy that this is over now, because when my poppy yarn turns up, I can get straight on. Obviously, I have a bit of an issue that I'm hoping will block out, because obviously this is supposed to be just like straight across, but where it's like cinched in here, it does mean that this part like rolls over on itself. But I'm going to block the hell out of it, and hopefully that fixes it. And also, whilst we're here, my swatch is dry and ready to measure. So let me just grab my pin thing as well. Have my trusty pin apple, because I can cast this top on whilst I wait for my poppy yarn to turn up, which hopefully is coming today, but it's like untrackable, which is shocking considering I paid like £6 something for postage. Shouldn't I be able to track that? I hope that this is the right size. Okay. Here we are. Ooh, I'm actually over by 0.5 centimetre. Actually more like 0.7 millimetres over, which is surprising. Let's open this up. I'm wondering, actually, if I knit size 3 on these needles, that might come out quite nicely. The row gauge is basically perfect, but my stitch gauge is off. So either I do it but knit the smaller size, or I jump down to 2.5 millimeter. I think I'm going to jump down to 2.5 millimeter and hope for the best. And then I'll just knit the size that is supposed to be my size, I think. Oh, guys, wish me luck. My yarn for the poppy vest has turned up. But first, I want to update you on my knitting so far. I am pretty sure that I've shown you my first rib sock. Have I shown you this? I can't remember if I've shown you this. I'm going to show you again just in case. I have my first rib sock complete. A no wrap short turn heel. This is my best no wrap heel to date. I've actually cracked it, which is fantastic. There's like no gaps whatsoever. And then my standard toe that I do for every sock. I love this. I'm obsessed with this. The colour is insane. When I started this, I was really worried that the colour was going to make it like impossible to see the rib, but that is literally not the case, and it's a perfect fit. So I have started the second sock. This is my like kind of on the go project. Like I'll take it in my bag with me whenever I go somewhere. I've started the ribbing. Obviously I haven't gotten very far. And that is what that is looking like so far. I have also started my maxi tee. I've started my maxi tee. I've completed the neckline and I've started doing the raglan increases. Oh, I've dropped a few stitches. That is what my raglan portion is looking like. I've knit also, the pattern says that it can be between -5 to +5 centimeters of ease, depending on the fit that you want. That is too much choice, in my opinion. I have no idea how I want this top to fit. Even though I can see the picture, I still can't really like visualize what that would be like on my body. So I'm knitting the size that I think that I should knit based on my bust measurement. But I've also gone down 0.25 of a needle size. So we'll see what that produces. But yeah, I have been working on this quite a lot, but I haven't really made a ton of progress because this is a fingering weight project on 2.5 millimeter needles. Like this is going to take a little while. And I'm already through like the first layer of the ball of yarn. I don't really like the chalky feeling of cotton yarn, so this is making me nervous. I'm pretty sure that washing this will kind of take away some of that feeling, hopefully. I have one tiny parcel to open with you before we open this one. Also, I have opened these already. I ordered myself 3mm needles in a panic because I might need them for the poppy vest. And because I have every single size of the needles up to 5mm. I have the 5-inch, 4-inch, 3-inch, and 2-inch tips. Thank you, Grandad. So I've ordered myself the 3mm to complete my set just in case. Just in case. I opened those already because that's not exciting. This one is quite exciting. Disclaimer! These are fabric scissors. I use these as my everything scissors. I have another pair which are exclusively for fabric only. So don't get mad at me. Although these ones are so much nicer. Those ones, this is like quite tight, so it's not very smooth. Anyway, whatever. We don't care about that. Open the package. Ow. I'm very excited for this one. Oh, thank you for your purchase. If you'd like to buy... Amazing. Okay, we'll come back to that. I have in here my first ever Oh, that's so cute. Turkish spindle. And I also got a little freebie gift, which is, oh my god, little trolley tokens, which is genius. They look like this. Amazing. Oh, sorry. And it comes in like a tiny little case, which is perfect because I always lose my trolley token. Amazing. Love these. And then in its own little case, the only is it's not super. Anyway, doesn't matter. My Turkish spindle. It is 3D printed. It did cost me, with postage, I paid £10 for this on eBay from Spindles, I believe. Because I don't want to fork out for something if I don't enjoy it or I don't stick with it. Oh, it's perfect. It's like been designed so that it like fits perfectly inside. And I did get the red one. There wasn't a ton of choices, but that is okay. I don't know what this does. I have an extra little white piece. I don't really know what that's for. Anyway, let's fit this together, and then that goes through there like that, I guess. Ah, these go on the bottom. Don't know why. Don't know if it matters to have one on there or not. Maybe it's like extra weight. I don't know. But this is my little Turkish spindle. Now, I chose this one because apparently it's good for finer yarns, because I do prefer to spin finer yarns. And then this, oh, he does one size bigger and one size smaller. So I thought the middle one, this is going to be its own video. So this is really exciting. This is so cute. I'm really happy with this. I like this a lot. I'm glad that I went for the red as well. I think it was like this or neon green, because there was another couple of colours that were actually not in stock. He does include a note that if you buy direct, it's a little bit cheaper because he deducts for eBay fees and things like that. So if you guys are interested in the, I'm assuming UK only, that is his email address. Okay, got it? Beautiful. I am so pleased with this. This is so cool. Fantastic. Okay. This is amazing. I'm so excited. Right, let's... Okay, how did this go in here? Like that. And that goes in there. And then that goes in there. And then it's all packed away and you've got its little lid. And it does kind of hold itself, which is fantastic. Okay. But, again, that's not what we're here for. We are here for my Shetland yarn. Is it something of Shetland? I think it is. This is the yarn for my poppy vest. I'm so excited if you couldn't tell. I'm just gently gonna cut through this. Oh my goodness. This is so exciting. And we've got, we have 2 poppies. And then we have, oh, I lost his jacket. Put that back on there. 2 more grass. And then we have 2 blue Lovett, 1 Titanic. I have lots of the pebble because this is the base colour. What is this? Oh, a second Titanic. Oh my god. Oh, this is gorgeous. 1 Palmer. We'll have a look properly in a second. We have a sorbet. And finally, we have a tangerine. Guys, this is the Jamieson's Shetland Spindrift, which is the yarn that they recommend. It is the exact colours that they've used in theirs. Oh my god. Yeah, it's the Jamieson's of Shetland Spindrift yarn. It is... They are 25 gram balls. This is quite... 25 grams, you get approximately 105 metres per ball. Oh my god. This is incredible. 100% pure Shetland wool. Grown and spun on the Shetland Isles. I am dying to go, by the way. So, let's put these open and we'll have a closer look at the colours. Don't want to tear into the bag. Let me just get one of these. Wow. I actually was kind of expecting that this would be a little bit lighter. I'm not going to lie, but this is fine. It's okay. Amazing. Let's move the duplicates and just have a look at all of these. Look at these, guys. How amazing. Oh my god. I can't believe it. 18 balls in total. I'm going to forget everything else. And I'm going to knit my sample because it will be dry in time to actually cast on today, which is fantastic. Oh, I don't know if you guys would even be like interested in this, but I went to my first tattoo removal appointment today. I had a like a patch test last week, and then this week I had the full removal. Ooh, it is giving me a little bit of grief, not like an expected level of grief, but it was painful. The sample, I'll show you my arm. So I got this tattoo when I was 18 years old. It says stay gold. It has no meaning. I don't know. I had 40 quid and I knew somebody that was a tattoo artist. We live and we learn. So we have regrets. Anyway, when I had the trial, the patch test, she just went over this S swell here. And just from that, it already started to break up down at the bottom here. So we didn't go over this again today because it was too soon, but we did the whole rest of it. It is swollen, it is sore. That is expected. Not to like get overexcited or like get ahead, but it is looking like it is breaking up already, which is amazing. This does look darker. That is normal. I am just amazing. It's amazing. This, when we did the patch, it was painful, but I was not quite prepared for how painful it is to go over the entire thing. that was something. And I also have one on my ankle as well. I can't be asked to show you this one, I'm not gonna lie. And that one is much smaller. It's literally only like that. Because it's like on bone. Ouch. Anyway, I don't know why I felt the need to tell you that, other than just, I guess it's just because it's irritating me, and it's just like in like the forefront of my mind. Whew. Oh my god, it is so swollen. That's so funny. Anyway, it's time to knit a sample. I just finished the swatch for my poppy vest that is blocking as we speak. But I did also receive some yarn. I managed to buy a skein of the Pixie Yarn sock yarn on Vinted.
Skein.
Thank you, Joe. So we're gonna open it together. It's been wrapped up really sweet. You want to be involved?
Yeah, why not?
Ooh. To be honest, I completely forgot what colour it was that I ordered.
It's multiple colours.
It's so cute. Honestly, every like colour variation that she dyes, I know I'm gonna like it 100%, and I really like this a lot. What do you think? Do you like it?
I like the bottom bit here.
The purple.
The
Really purple bits. This is Queen Bee, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 425 meters, which is basically 2 pairs of socks. Oh, I love this. I'm so glad that I managed to snatch this. Somebody else was selling a skein, and it was like a couple of days before I got paid, so somebody else bought it, but I got this one. And so, okay, I don't know where I thought I was sewing that. Whilst I was figuring out the gauge swatch for the poppy vest, I thought it would be a good idea to re-measure my bust just to be super safe, because it is essentially a £100 project, and it's not the kind of thing that you can just frog and re-knit, because you have to break the yarn so often. Thank you.
Sorry.
So I re-measured myself, and I realised I've been knitting for a bigger size by accident for I'm not really sure how long. Which does mean that my maxi tee is a size too big. So, oopsie. If we go by the size chart that they provide, I'm knitting a size 4, which gives you a chest circumference of 106.7 centimetres. My bust is 95 or 97, depending on what type of bra I wear. Which means that a size 4 is going to be way too big. That is basically 10 centimetres of positive ease, and I need between -5 and +5 centimetres of ease. So I'm going to frog the entire thing, and I'm going to knit size 3, which is a chest circumference of 99.6 centimetres, which sounds like a much better idea to me, because otherwise the top's going to be huge. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
Now, really frustratingly, I thought I was being really helpful to my future self, and I've gone and circled everything relating to size 4. So the whole pattern is going to confuse me. So I need to figure out if I have a different coloured pen or a highlighter, and I need to go through and remark all of the size 3s. And then I'm going to frog, and I'm going to start the top all over again. God damn! I can't show you the poppy swatch because it's blocking, but as soon as it is dry, I will update you. I have so much to talk to you about today. I don't know. I didn't film yesterday. I don't know if I filmed the day before either. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have some updates. First, I want to talk about my maxi tee because I have cat hair in my mouth. I realised that I was knitting the wrong size. I have frogged and I have recast on, and this is where we're at. I've done like one round of raglan increases and that is literally it. Unfortunately, this has not really been my focus. But it is a really good like palette cleanser because my poppy tee, no, my poppy vest is still, if not even worse, consuming my entire life. I knit my gauge, and just like with the maxi tee, it is almost a full centimetre larger in both row and stitch gauge. So I'm also paranoid about knitting a second gauge and then using too much of a colour, because in some colours you only have one ball of yarn. Now, having said that, the yarn quantities is enough to knit the small and the larger size. I can't remember what the largest size is. I believe is XXL is the largest size. And apparently it's enough yarn to knit all of those. I'm still not really feeling like playing with fire, you know? I don't want to risk it because it would be kind of annoying to have to buy a whole ball of yarn for like one row, you know? So I've done the same thing as with the maxi tee and I've sized down 0.25 in my needle size, which I think will be enough, especially after blocking, because this does bloom somewhat. I also am quite impressed. So I started on this portion and I don't know if you can tell, but the colourwork is slightly rippled because my floats are a little bit loose or a little bit tight as well in some areas. But this portion is like perfect. I managed to like crack the tension. Obviously this is kind of means nothing because the actual project is knit in the round. So I have been having some issues with tension again. I will show you how far I am. Don't want to drop stitches. So let's just pull these through. Oh my god, I'm getting tangled, guys. Why is this doing what it's doing? There we go. This is where we are at with my ribbing. I'm over halfway through the ribbing now. And you can probably tell, if you're an experienced knitter, that my purl bumps are slightly raised. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do, if that's like supposed to happen or not. I'm knitting this inside out, so I knit it with the inside on the outside. That's literally what inside out means, Lauren. So that the floats have further to travel so that it is much less likely to be knit too tightly. And I don't know if, do you know what, I think I can tell a difference. I couldn't knit it inside out to begin with because it was such a short amount of fabric that it was just constantly flipping back the right way. It's kind of holding itself correctly now. So I'm hoping also that blocking will relax this, but I'm not really too worried. It is, I think that it's going to be okay. I'm knitting this literally as loosely as I can without wasting loads of yarn. I literally, every waking second, all I can think about is this project. There is nothing else that I am like interested in doing, I'm not gonna lie. My sock is safe because that's a really good like on the go project, so that won't be neglected. But my maxi tee, I stopped knitting the vest for an hour is generous, between like half an hour and an hour, so that I could knit something that I didn't really have to think about what I was doing for a minute, to give my brain a break. And I think that I knit 3 rows with the maxi tee before I went straight back to the vest. I just would like to get this done as soon as, even though I know that this is probably going to be like a couple of months worth of work. Another thing that I remembered yesterday with the poppy vest, let's do this so you can kind of see what I'm doing, is that because my beginning of round has moved, I'm pretty sure if you're knitting the pattern without any modifications, I'm pretty sure the beginning of round is on the side. Mine has moved to the front middle because I'm doing the steeking column, which means that when it's time to do this steeks for the arms, they're going to be in the wrong place, and if I'm not careful, I'm going to get that so wrong. I'm going to have to do a little bit of math to figure that out. That makes me really nervous because I've never had to like figure anything out like that before. Again, there is nothing that I have not been able to learn. But just the thought of it without like actively doing it just makes me really nervous. However, there is something new that may help me, and that is a certain help channel on a certain Discord, which is now live. I did like silently release, that sounds so dramatic. The Discord link, invite link, was posted in the description of the Willow Shawl video that I uploaded. It's just a little bonus video, and people have seen it and people have been joining, which is amazing. But I thought that I would like officially let you guys know, if you aren't interested in watching the like project specific videos, the Discord does exist, and the link will be down in the description below. And there is a channel, I think that they're called, for like pattern help and pattern discussion, because I know for a fact that there have been several times where going direct to the community would have really helped me, and I'm sure, as with knitting this, that I probably will need to ask advice at some point. So even if I'm the only person that uses that, it still is beneficial to me. I've tried to keep it minimal for now because I don't want to overload people with options, and then they'd not get used. But there is also a channel for ideas and feedback. I created that with the aim of you guys letting me know if there's anything like content specific that you enjoy, that you want more of, if there is anything that maybe I could work on, if you have any suggestions for like whatever. That does apply to the Discord as well. So yeah, links down below. Go and join and have a look, and I hope that you guys enjoy that. A couple of things I want to talk to you about that are not fibre related. I made a purchase the other day. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Magic the Gathering, the card game. I will admit I have no experience with Magic, but they just released some Stardew Valley cards, and I am such a huge fan of the Stardew Valley game. I love it so much. I own 2 copies of the game on different platforms. I started playing it on Switch, loved that, and then I eventually got my gaming PC. I say gaming PC very loosely, it's not like mega powerful. And then I got a copy on there because you have access to mods, and fantastic. I'm waiting very impatiently for Haunted Chocolatier to release. I don't know when that's coming. I estimated 2028 as when I think that the game might be released, but it's so impossible to say. Anyway, so yes, they did like the Secret Lair Stardew Valley Magic cards, which is just the existing cards get like reskinned. I did buy them. I did buy the full set, which now means that I have to learn how to play Magic and spend even more money to be able to make a full like deck of cards. My boyfriend was kind of an enabler in a way. So the deal that I made was that I would join the queue when the cards drop, and if I didn't get them, it wasn't meant to be, and that's okay. I wasn't going to be upset. But if I did get through, then I would buy them. And after about an hour waiting in the queue, they were still available, so I bought them. So that's really exciting. I think they should be here in the first week of September. So if anybody is interested, we can do an unboxing maybe. I don't know. No pressure. And the other thing, we went to the cinema on Wednesday night to go and see the new Spider-Man movie, because we are quite big Marvel fans. I loved it. It's my favourite of the 4 Spider-Man movies, like the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. It is so, so good. And I really like the direction that Marvel are going in now. I feel like for a minute it was quite like they were catering towards like an immature audience, like as in like more to children. But I think that all of the people that grew up watching these movies, they've all grown up. That's the whole point. So I just think that maybe the movies should like kind of mature with their audience almost. They were trying to be like really funny for a while, and whilst I'm not saying that I don't think there should be any comedy in the movies, because some of them are really funny, I just don't think that should be like the most important part, you know? So this one definitely felt a bit, not quite darker, but a bit like grittier. Anyway, I loved it. I thought it was so good. I didn't love Sadie Sink's performance. I didn't dislike it, I just didn't love it either. And of course, I think that Tom Holland was fantastic. Zendaya finally kind of had to give us something in these movies, because she's kind of been like, not a non-character, because she is a very important character to the story, but she just doesn't really like do much, whereas in this one she kind of had to do something, and I really liked that. I am really excited to see where they go in the future, because the next movie is Doomsday. We are so excited for that one. We're going to do like a pretty hefty rewatch of like the most important movies and TV series that you have to like have watched in preparation. I'm just giving the people my little review of the Spider-Man movie.
Ooh!
Yeah, do you want to give the people...
Yeah, one sec. Basically all of them apart from Ned have like aged significantly.
Ned had facial hair, and that was like the only difference.
Yeah, but Zendaya literally looks like she's about 10 years older than that compared to like Homecoming.
Yeah, that's true.
For me, it's if you care. For me, it's literally like tied with No Way Home. But I think No Way Home. I think that Brand New Day's a better movie, but No Way Home is just better for fan service. Really.
True. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do next. And I said that we're now really excited for Doomsday, and then we're going to rewatch all of the like essential movies and TV series in preparation.
I can't wait for that. That's going to be good.
Yeah. Really good.
I am going to crack on with this and hopefully start the body at some point today. As I'm sure you guys can probably tell, I have not done any spinning this week. Literally none. I think that is because I don't enjoy doing a little bit of prep, a little bit of spinning, a little bit of prep, a little bit of spinning. I think I would prefer to do all of the prep and then be able to just spin without having to stop, or being forced to stop because you've run out, basically. So I have a new rule. I am not allowed to sit and knit all day without doing something productive first. Today's productive task is washing the rest of this fleece. I say the rest, I don't actually think I'll be able to wash all of this. This is how much is left. But I want to at least make a pretty good dent in this. So that is today's task. And then potentially I'll do an hour of carding later as well. Maybe when the ribbon gets, the poppy vest ribbon gets too much for me, I'll take a break and do some carding. So I'm sorry that I didn't spin this week, but I did spin every day for 3 weeks in a row. So I am taking a smidge of a break. This is my Beaumont fleece. This gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous fleece. What I'm going to do is just tip out that section. I have 4 laundry bags that I'm going to fill with like clumps of locks. I don't really have space for all of this, I don't think. It's just a touch annoying. Yeah, that'll do. Let's move you. So this is not a nice piece. I actually probably gonna get rid. Let me just pinch off the pieces that I'm going to salvage. Salvage that. Can do this, but I'm not interested in this. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
You okay?
Yes.
Subway.
You went to Subway?
Yeah.
I'm getting rid of this piece. I don't like it. The ends are really gross, and some of it's quite felted.
It's got so much VN.
VN?
VM.
VM. This is also like super duper. I'm showing the phone, not the camera. This is also like really matted, and I just don't care. There's so much of this that like I'll survive.
I've got to get to the other side. Can I step up?
Yeah, you can step on that.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's nothing in there.
Ooh.
It looks like I've taken kind of a really rubbish section out of this bag, I'm not gonna lie.
You're talking to me.
The people. But you also, I suppose.
I am people. In fairness.
What I'm gonna do is leave this to the end, I reckon.
I've got to go to Garuda Village, bro.
Damn, this is all so matted, but it's such a shame because these pieces are so beautiful.
Too loud?
Shouldn't be. Okay, I've got my pile of rubbish, I've got my pile of salvageable. I'm not in the mood to salvage today. I'm in the mood to just deal with the good bits.
That bee with a hair on rope, Olivia Pope, Swampert Scandal.
Oh, right, let's get it all out.
Is this the one that's taking you ages to comb?
This is the stuff that's taking me ages to wash. Because there's just so much of it. Wow, the crimp on some of these pieces is crazy. Right. I can't lay this out properly because I don't have loads of room. Here we go. I have an edge piece. Where do I break this off? It's just never ending. There. Okay, I'm just gonna do it this way. I literally just don't care. Start on the edge, work our way in. I think that we're gonna wrap this video up here. I've spent the day editing this video. It is an hour and a half long, as you are well aware. And I think that that's probably enough. Just quickly, I washed the fleece that you saw me separating. I have about half the bag left. I have maybe it doesn't look like it. I have a much smaller amount of fleece left. I would like to say that I could get this done in one more wash, but I thought that I could get it done in one wash when you saw me sorting it. We will see. Ideally, one more. That is in the dryer hung up outside. We lost sun pretty quickly in the garden today, so it's probably not going to be dry until tomorrow afternoon, but whatever, that's fine. And then also, I'll just give you a little update on the ribbing before you have to wait a week for the next update. This is where I'm at with the ribbing. I have 1.5 colour changes left before this is complete. I love this. This is reminding me of Inkle Loom. Is it Inkle? Inkle Loom weaving. I feel like this as like a guitar strap would be really cool. I've also seen somebody make these or something really similar into like curtain ties. I need to stop giving myself new projects to start. So I'm definitely going to finish this ribbing tonight, and then on the last row of the ribbing I'm going to add my lifeline before I jump into the body, just to be safe, just to be on the safe side. I don't want to make any mistakes that could have been avoided. So, I need to stop saying so. So is like the new That is everything that I have for you today. If you made it this far, again, you're a real one. Discord link in bio, don't forget. It would be really nice to talk with some of you directly. My question for you today is, what is your magnum opus knit of 2026? Because I think for me, it is the probably best. I would love to see what crazy things you guys have been making, because it is just endlessly inspiring to see the things that other people make. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. I keep telling you the Discord link is in the bio. I think that is everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!